Good afternoon, friends. It is Wednesday. We are halfway to the weekend, thank God. Hey, these regionals, man, even the Women's College World Series, a lot of surprises, a lot of shocks, a lot of crazy things have happened. We're going to go over all that. Before we start, got a little bit of news items. Before we start that, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Just a couple of news items, really. South Carolina fired their baseball coach, Mark Kingston, after 7 seasons. Got taken out in the regionals this year. I want to say I read he'd been to, I don't know, couple of regionals, few regionals, but that was about it. That's about as far as he got. So they got rid of him, looking for another coach. College football, Hall of Fame. You may have seen it. They announced their ballot for this year. Some of the big names on there: Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, Mateo Teo, how do you say his name, from Notre Dame? Remember him a few years back? 2009 Alabama Heisman winning running back Mark Ingram. Former Cal wide receiver Deshaun Jackson, among others. I want to say I read something that's crazy. Like there's 77 Division I athletes on the ballot, and then like 100 something Division II, III. And then I guess they just narrow it down to whatever. But yeah, those are your big names there for there. Okay, so let's go back to these regionals real quick. Do a quick review here before we get to the super regionals. Knoxville regional on Sunday. Southern Miss beat Indiana 15-3. Southern Miss had 16 hits in that one. Indiana only had 6. Southern Miss's Allen, 8 strikeouts. Gillespie hit a 2-run double. Bronze, 2-run single for Southern Miss. Then, championship game, number 1 Tennessee beat Southern Miss 12-3. Tennessee, 10 hits, 2 errors. Southern Miss, 7 hits, 0 errors. Stark for Tennessee, 3-run and solo home run. Tears had a 3-run home run. And UT, Tennessee, off to Super Regional. Lexington, Indiana State beat Illinois 13-2. Indiana State, 12 hits, 1 error. Illinois, 8 hits, 1 error. Indiana State Sears, grand slam, nice. Stinson had a 2-run double. Pattinger had a 2-run single. Going back to this Illinois, Big Ten, I watch Big Ten games. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of interest in baseball. Maybe that's just me, but I'll watch regular season. I'll watch the conference tournament. Just doesn't seem like a whole lot of interest in. They're more of like, it seems like to me, a football and basketball conference. But man, Illinois to spark some interest maybe in baseball and Big Ten, really needed to make a showing here. They got to the semifinals, but I'd like to see a lot more Big Ten teams making it into the regionals, at least, So that moved on to the championship game. Number 2 Kentucky beat Indiana State 5-0. Kentucky, 8 hits, 1 error. Indiana State, 5 hits, 2 errors. Moore for Kentucky, he had 6 strikeouts. O'Brien had 5 strikeouts, so 11 total. Petrie, 2-run home run. Nicholson, solo home run. And Kentucky, off to the Super Regionals. College Station, this one kind of shocked me. I was worried because being an Aggie fan, I saw Texas in there. I was like, great. Texas is going to make it. They're going to go to the final. And the worst thing is going to happen. They're going to be A&M at home. Did not expect Louisiana to eliminate Texas, especially the way they did, 10-2. Incredible performance from Louisiana. They had 15 hits, 1 error. Texas did have 10 hits, 0 errors. Louisiana's Langevin, 6 strikeouts. They had 11 total strikeouts for the team. Torres, 3-run home run and an RBI single. Broussard, 3-run home run. Game was, if you didn't see it, game was 2-1 in the third. Louisiana leading. From the 3rd inning to the 8th inning, Louisiana outscored Texas 9-0. Those bats came alive, just kept knocking crap everywhere. Totally incredible performance. So they eliminate Texas. Later on, they meet Texas A&M for the final. And one thing that is going through my mind is I'm wondering, hey, I love Texas A&M, but they've had some bad showings this year. And I was just wondering, if Louisiana didn't have to play 2 games that Sunday, could they have beaten the Aggies? Especially the way they beat Texas. That's a big possibility. So, hey, Aggies are a good team, but like I said, I've seen them all year. I think they're really lucky that Louisiana had to play 2 games on Sunday. Not saying Louisiana would have beat them, but there's a possibility they could have, and could have given Texas A&M a lot better game than they did. Anyway, A&M beat them 9-4. Texas A&M 13 hits, 0 errors. Louisiana, even after being this the second game, 9 hits, 1 error. Not too bad for them. Texas A&M, Soldado, I think to say his name, 6 strikeouts. Cortez behind him, 6 strikeouts. Montgomery, 3-run home run and a single. Grovek, 2-run home run. Texas A&M off to the Super Regionals. Chapel Hill, that was a heck of a regional. LSU beat Wofford earlier in the day, 13-6. LSU 21 hits, 1 error. Now I watch a lot of LSU sports because my wife went to LSU, and so I watched a lot of LSU baseball this year. And you're just wondering, where the hell were these bats the whole year? It's crazy how baseball works. You're just wondering, how could a team put on such a good... I know it was against Wofford, but hell, Wofford was good enough to get to the regionals. But that performance, where were these bats all year? Wofford, 8 hits, 2 errors. LSU's Herring, 7 strikeouts, 14 total for the Tigers. Wofford jumped out early, scoring 5 runs in the first inning. LSU eventually chipped away at it. Bats came alive, 1-7. Then LSU had to play a second game, beat number 4 North Carolina, 8-4. LSU, 11 hits, 0 errors. North Carolina, 9 hits, 1 error. Hurd for LSU, 6 strikeouts. Tigers had 13 total. Pearson had a 2-run home run and an RBI double. Milam, 2-run single. He comes up doing it again. That forced a game 2 on Monday. We'll go over that in a minute. Fayetteville, this one really shocked me. Southeast Missouri State beat number 5 Arkansas, 6-3. Arkansas, good team all year, great pitching. I really thought they were going to win this regional, move on. No. I don't know what happened to them. Anyway, Southeast Missouri, 9 hits, 0 errors. Arkansas, 6 hits, 1 error. Wilma for Southeast Missouri, 6 strikeouts. Rowland had a 2-run home run. Kettering, solo home run and an RBI single. Kansas State comes along, beats Southeast Missouri State 7-2. Kansas State, 12 hits, 1 error. Southeast Mizzou, 7 hits, 0 errors. K-State had 10 total strikeouts in this game. Jones hit a 2-run single and an RBI single. Kansas State off to the Super Regionals. I knew Kansas State was a good baseball team. I've seen a few of their games this year. I really thought Arkansas was going to come out of there a winner. Crazy, isn't it? Clemson, Coastal Carolina beat High Point 6-5. Coastal Carolina, 12 hits, 3 errors. High Point, 14 hits, 1 error. Coastal Carolina, only 4 strikeouts in this game. Crazy. Bender, 3-run home run. Bodine, 2-run home run. Clemson beat Coastal Carolina, 12-5. Clemson, 14 hits, 1 error. Coastal Carolina, 9 hits, 4 errors. Clemson had a total of 8 strikeouts in this game. Maths, 2-run double. Hinder leader, RBI single, and a 2-run double. Moving on to Athens. Boy, Georgia, they kind of had it tough in their home regional. First of all, Georgia Tech beat UNC Wilmington 3-1. Georgia Tech, 7 hits, 1 error. UNC Wilmington, 6 hits, 0 errors. Georgia Tech's is Bichiti, 2-run home run. Then they go play Georgia. Georgia barely beats them, 8-6. Both teams had 10 hits, 1 error. Georgia's Harris, 6 strikeouts. Collins had a 2-run double. Branch and Phelps, solo home run. Georgia off to the Super Regionals, but they had a tough time in that regional. Georgia Tech played well. Army played well. Really, really crazy. Tallahassee, Central Florida beat Stetson 5-2. Central Florida, 10 hits, 2 errors. Stetson, 7 hits, 0 errors. Hartley for Central Florida, 5 strikeouts, 8 total for the team. Zyska, 2-run home run. Cali, solo home run. Sundin, RBI double. Then Central Florida has to go play Florida State. Florida State beats them 12-4. Florida State, 7 hits, 2 errors. Central Florida, 7 hits, 3 errors. Florida State, 7 total strikeouts in this game. Smith, 2-run home run. Furr, 2-run double. West, 2-run single. Williams hit a 3-run home run. Florida State off to the Super Regional. Norman, that was another crazy regional. Number 9, OU beats Duke 4-3 on Sunday. OU 7 hits, 0 errors. Duke 9 hits, 2 errors. Stevens for OU, 7 strikeouts. Then number 9, Oklahoma has to play a second game. They beat UConn, who's been really good, 6-4. OU 8 hits, 3 errors. UConn 6 hits, 0 errors. OU loads, 7 strikeouts. Mulder had 2 RBI singles. Snyder 2-run home run. Madron 2-run double. Forced to game 3 on Monday. We'll go over that in a minute. Raleigh, James Madison beats South Carolina 2-0. South Carolina fires their coach later that day. Both teams 5 hits. JMU's Burke, 7 strikeouts. Mancini, 2 solo home runs. Then number 10, NC State comes along, beats James Madison 5-3. NC State 10 hits, 0 errors. James Madison had 6 hits, 1 error. NC State had a total of 12 strikeouts between their pitchers. Mazurkiewicz solo home run and an RBI double. 2 runs were also walked in. North Carolina State to the Super Regional. Stillwater. I was kind of mixed emotions about the Stillwater Regional. Florida beat Nebraska 17-11. It's another Big Ten team that should have done better to generate some interest there in the Big Ten, but oh well. Florida 16 hits, 0 errors. Nebraska 11 hits, 3 errors. Florida, Coppola, 8 strikeouts, 14 total for the team. Caglion, RBI double and a 3-run home run for him. Nice game. Shelton had a 3-run home run. Florida beat Oklahoma State 5-2. Florida 8 hits, 1 error. OK State 6 hits, 0 errors. Neely for Florida, 11 strikeouts in this game. Went to another game on Monday. Charlottesville, Mississippi State beat St. John's 13-5. Mississippi State 19 hits, 2 errors. St. John's 11 hits, 1 error. Mississippi State had 8 total strikeouts. Jordan, 3-run home run and an RBI single. Hines, 2 RBI singles. Number 12, Virginia beat Mississippi State 9-2. Virginia, 10 hits, 0 errors. Mississippi State, 9 hits, 3 errors. Virginia's Woolfolk struck out 7 batters. Hanson, 2-run single. Virginia off to the Super Regionals. Santa Barbara, number 14, USC Santa Barbara beat San Diego 4-2. UC Santa Barbara, 9 hits, 0 errors. San Diego, 7 hits, 0 errors. Sebring and Browder for Santa Barbara, 2-run home runs each. Then Oregon comes, beats UC Santa Barbara 3-0. Oregon, 4 hits, though. 4 hits, 0 errors. Santa Barbara, 4 hits, 1 error. Center for Oregon. He struck out 7 batters. Smith and Neville hit RBI singles. Walsh hit a solo home run. Oregon off to the Super Regionals. Corvallis. UC Irvine beat Tulane 17-7. UCI 15 hits, 2 errors. Tulane 6 hits, 1 error. UCI 12 total strikeouts between their pitchers. Number 15 Oregon State comes along, beats UC Irvine 11-6. Oregon State 14 hits, 2 errors. UC Irvine 4 hits, 0 errors. Oregon State's Holheim, I think I said that right. 3-run home run. Guerrero and Marcius hit solo home runs. Oregon State off to the Super Regionals. Greenville, another crazy ass regional. I didn't know who was going to win this one. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see a whole lot of East Carolina baseball. I maybe watched an inning or 2 here and there while my game was at a commercial break. So I had no idea how this was going to go. But after watching this regional and seeing the way East Carolina was playing, I was like, oh, yeah, man, they got this. They're a great team. They're going to win this, go on to the Supers. Well, we'll see what happens there. Anyway, on Sunday, number 16, ECU beat VCU 10-7. East Carolina, 13 hits, 0 errors. VCU, 10 hits, 0 errors. Cunningham, RBI single and a solo home run for the Pirates. Then number 16, ECU beats Evansville 19-6. East Carolina, 19 hits, 0 errors. Nice. Evansville, 7 hits, 2 errors. Norby for the Pirates, 9 strikeouts. Cunningham had a 2-run home run. Starling, Nowak, and McChrystal each hit 2 solo home runs. Each hit 2-run home runs also. I'm sorry. Forced another game on Monday. Tucson, I'm going to be honest with you. Those teams, looking at those teams, I thought Dallas Baptist was going to win that. Arizona plays great ball, but they just haven't been to Arizona we've seen the past few years. Grand Canyon's a good team. Grand Canyon seems to be good in all sports. West Virginia started coming on this year. I think they led Big 12 most of the year. But the way Dallas Baptist has played the last several seasons, I said Dallas Baptist got this regional. No. Grand Canyon beat Dallas Baptist 12-10. Grand Canyon had 19 hits, 1 error. Dallas Baptist 14 hits, 2 errors. Last 2 runs, including the winning run, was walked in. West Virginia beat Grand Canyon 10-6. West Virginia 17 hits, 0 errors. Grand Canyon 11 hits, 2 errors. West Virginia's Hussey 2 RBI singles. White had an RBI double and an RBI single. Suave RBI single and a 2-run double. West Virginia on to the Super Regionals. That brings us to softball on Sunday. Women's College World Series. Number 4, Florida eliminates number 14, Alabama, 6-4. Florida, 10 hits, 1 error. Bama, 7 hits, 1 error. Florida's Rothrack, 5 strikeouts. Erickson, 3-run home run and an RBI single for the Gators. Walsh hit an RBI single. Number 8, Stanford eliminated number 6, UCLA, 3-1. I didn't see that happening. I thought UCLA was going to win. Stanford, 6 hits, 0 errors. UCLA, 4 hits, 0 errors. Kennedy for Stanford, been seeing her all year, 8 strikeouts. Nice game for her. Kern, RBI double. Gall, RBI single. Moving on to Monday baseball. Stillwater. Florida defeats number 1 Oklahoma State 4-2. Florida, 8 hits, 0 errors. Oklahoma State, 5 hits, 1 error. Florida had 7 total strikeouts. Wilson had a 2-run single. Robertson, RBI single. Shelnut, solo home run. Florida to the Super Regionals. Greenville, like I said, expected ECU to come out of this one. Evansville beat them 6-5. Evansville, 9 hit, 1 error. ECU, 6 hit, 1 error. Both teams had 7 strikeouts. Evansville, Schellenberger, 3-run home run. Fugarusi, solo home run. Evansville walks out of Greenville to the Super Regionals. Chapel Hill. Before we get to this one, let me tell you, seeing LSU, like I said earlier, seeing LSU play great and seeing them play crappy. But the way they kept winning these games, they're like non-existent through the first 6 innings of every game they played, it seemed like, except for a few. And then they find a way to come back and win. They almost did Monday night, but no, came up short. North Carolina beats them 4-3. 8 hits, 1 error for the Tar Heels. 5 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. 9 total strikeouts for the Tar Heels. Osuna, RBI double. Wilkinson and Madera, RBI singles for North Carolina. Norman. I kind of thought OU would come out of this, but UConn beats them 7-1. UConn, 10 hits, 1 error. OU, 7 hits, 1 error. UConn, only 3 strikeouts, though. They only struck out 3 batters. That's crazy. Morton, 2-run home run and an RBI single. Dolina, 2-run home run. They are off to the Super Regionals, which start Friday. UConn at number 8, Florida State at 11 a.m. It sucks these games are so early. I mean, got to try to find a way to watch them at work. Evansville at number 1, Tennessee at 2 p.m. West Virginia at number 4, North Carolina at 5 p.m. Kansas State at number 12, Virginia, 6 p.m. Moving on to Saturday. Game 2, number 1, Tennessee plays Evansville, 10 a.m. Number 8, Florida State versus UConn, 10 a.m. That's another game 2. Number 10, this can be interesting here. Number 10, North Carolina State versus number 7, Georgia at 11 a.m. That's going to be an interesting matchup, I think. Another one, Oregon at number 3, Texas A&M, 1 p.m. Florida, number 6, Clemson. That could be a pretty good one, 1 p.m. Number 12, Virginia, Kansas State, 2 p.m. Game 2. That might be interesting. Another one here, number 15, Oregon State at number 2, Kentucky, 5 p.m. That could probably be a pretty damn good game. North Carolina and West Virginia, they play their game 2 at 7 o'clock. Sunday, number 7 Virginia takes on number 10 NC State again. Game 2 at 11 a.m. Number 6 Clemson plays Florida, 1:30, game 2. Number 3 Texas A&M versus Oregon, 6:30 p.m. game 2. And then number 12 Kentucky versus number 15 Oregon State, 8 p.m. game 2. You may have some game 3s on Sunday. Going to have some, maybe have some on Monday, if necessary, like they always say. So overall, these super regionals got some interesting matchups here. I want to see how UConn, I want to see how they're going to do against Florida State. Evansville, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to make it out of the super regionals, especially when they're playing Tennessee. But like we've seen before in the past, this is college sports. Anything can happen, and we've seen anything happen. West Virginia, North Carolina, yeah, Kansas State, Virginia, NC State and Georgia. I really want to check that one out. And then Oregon State, Kentucky. That's the one I really want to make an effort to see that one. So there you go. Hopefully these super regionals will be as entertaining and crazy and surprising as the regionals. All right, so Women's College World Series on Monday. Number 1 Texas beat number 8 Stanford 1-0. UT 5 hits 0 errors. Stanford 1 hit 2 errors. Both pitchers had 7 strikeouts. Maloney hit the RBI single, the 1 run there for Texas. Number 4 Florida beat number 2 Oklahoma 9-3. I think they said that was the first postseason game Oklahoma's lost in like 20-something games. Something crazy like that. Anyway, Florida, 10 hits, 0 errors. Oklahoma, 7 hits, 0 errors. Rothrack for Florida. She does it again. 4 strikeouts in that game. Falby, inside the park home run. I actually saw a couple of those in baseball in the regionals. Kind of crazy. You don't see it too often, but Wallace, 2-run home run and a solo home run. Nice game for her. Walsh, 3-run home run and an RBI single. Hell of a game for her. And then on Tuesday, number 2 Oklahoma eliminated number 4 Florida 6-5. They said enough of this crap. Oklahoma, 12 hits, 1 error. Florida, 4 hits, 2 errors. Maxwell for Oklahoma, 8 strikeouts. Nice game. Parker, 2-run home run and an RBI single. Nice game for her. Saunders, 2-run home run. Coleman, solo home run. And that starts the Women's College World Series, 3-game series. It's going to be a Red River rivalry. I guess they call it that in softball. Anyway, tonight, 7 p.m., number 2 OU versus number 1 Texas. Thursday, number 1 Texas versus number 2 OU, 7 p.m. And if there's game 3, it'll be on Friday at 7 p.m. if necessary. Which I'm glad they're doing it like this, because remember, they used to start, I think game 1 was Saturday or Sunday, and then game 2 would be, it'd go off into Mondays and Tuesdays, so I'm kind of glad they're doing it this way. So happy about that. Even though there's nothing to watch on Mondays now. Anyway. All right, so like I said, it's Wednesday, man. We are halfway to the weekend. Enjoy Women's College World Series. Enjoy the Super Regionals. We'll be back either Sunday or Monday. It depends on what all happens. Either Sunday or Monday, we'll be back to wrap all this up. So, work hard, work fast. The weekend will be here soon. When the weekend gets here, stay safe, have fun. We will see you next time.